Hi, my name is Callie and I was nominated to do the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge by my brother, Patrick Foster. Now, I just wanted to take a moment and let you all know why it's important to me, this challenge. I had somebody ask me once why the ice bucket part of it was needed if you could just donate. Well, it's a gimmick, yes, but it's a gimmick that gets it out there. They have raised almost as much as in this month alone than they had the entire year 2013, and that is big because when people see the word or the acronym ALS next to the Ice Bucket Challenge, they look it up, they wonder, they do their research, and they feel moved, and they donate, and that is so important. Why it's important to me is while I have not had the misfortune, I guess you would call it, of having to have the ALS affect my life or my family's life, my mother, right here, wonderful woman, Cynthia Foster, 10 years ago was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis. She's only had one episode, and we are very, very fortunate for that. But during that time, it was difficult for us. We didn't know what was going on or what was happening to her. Thanksgiving of 2004, she lost her ability to walk and talk very rapidly, and it scared us. She made a start to the long road of recovery, and a few months later, she was able to talk to me a bit. After people had left, visiting friends and family, I helped her walk down the hall to her room, and we sat on the bed talking, and she told me thank you. She said, "Thank you for not treating me different. Thank you for remembering who I am inside, because I've never forgot. And I personally have never forgot that she is my mother, and she has not changed. In her mind, she has always been that same person, and I can only imagine how hard it is for people who suffer from ALS or have a loved one suffering from it, to see their mind slowly become imprisoned, entombed in their body, and not able to express anything to them. Express love, joy, frustration, anything of it. And that's why I think this is important. I want to raise awareness just as much as everybody else, not just for ALS, but for MS and for other diseases out there that attack the mind and body. This is my grandfather, Gene Burris. He suffers from Alzheimer's, and it has been difficult for our family to watch him forget us, forget who his grandchildren are, his great-grandchildren. I was fortunate that the last time I saw him a couple months ago, he remembered who I was, but he didn't remember my daughters, one of whom is named after him. So while he has the ability to walk and talk, he just doesn't remember, and he's losing the mental aspect of it. And the other one I wanted to touch on a bit is Parkinson's. We have a family friend who was diagnosed a few years ago, and listening to how difficult it is. While it's a different type of losing control of your body, you are still losing control, and your mind is trapped within this body that does not function the way it's supposed to. So my Ice Bucket Challenge is in honor of my mother, Cynthia Foster, who suffers from MS, my childhood friend, Lindsay Chavez, who also suffers from MS, my grandfather, Gene Burris, who suffers from Alzheimer's disease, and our family friend, Greg Radinich, who suffers from Parkinson's disease. I beg of you to take my challenge to all of you is to donate whatever you can, even if it's only a few dollars, to whichever charity or foundation that will help anybody that's affected in your life, whether it's MS, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, the breast cancer, any of it. Please help somebody. You'd be surprised at how much just a few dollars can do. As for my actual ice bucket part of it, I challenge my husband, Stephen Limley. I challenge Leanne Light for calling me chicken, so you're called out too now, and you have to do it as well. And I also challenge the international writing group I'm a part of, Awkward Authors. Please, you guys, let's get this all around the world. Now, I have 2 videos that you will see because I did the challenge twice. Once it was too late, so that it was really hard to see, so I did it again the next day. And here you go.
Ready? Sophie, you ready?
It's recording.
You ready, Sophie? Let's do this.
Woohoo! And here they go. I don't know whether you have audio on this or
I don't
not.
know if I can get it up.
Okay,
3, 2.
Oh! That was cold. He's cold, Sophie. Group The Awkward Authors. I'd like to see all of you guys pick up this challenge. It is for ALS. So let's do this. It's cold. You can cut now. You can cut now. You're a brat. You can cut now. Don't make me put. Come. Okay. Sure. Bring it in frog.
You're gonna get the camera wet.